Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sandbrook and welcome back to the Pro Wrestling Carnage Facebook and social media pages. Now, it's a Saturday morning, you're all getting ready, you're in front of your laptops or your phones or whatever you're using this to view on, and you're seeing only one person. You're only seeing me, you're not seeing a big guy stood next to me, and that's because of very spooky shenanigans, ladies and gentlemen. That's because Michael Myers has... No, I can't use that now. Copyright. No. Copyright. Pennywise. Doink! Kidnapped him. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Speaking of Halloween, tonight is Karnage from the Krypt, which means we've got some spooky sensations going on. But what are the spooky sensations? Well, let me tell you. It's a Halloween tradition to do trick-or-treating. Can I have some candy, sir? Well, Jackson Brooks and Danny Owens are going to be looking for some candy in that number 10 spot in the Outbreak Rumble. Everyone's going to want that coveted spot. It's the last chance. It's the last person in. Probably the last person in the ring when the bell finally sounds. And everyone wants that, because everyone wants to get their hands on the Outbreak Championship. But that's just the treat. What about the trick? The person who loses this match will enter at number 1. They will be the first man in the Outbreak Rumble, with a significantly less chance of becoming champion. So it will be the dangerous one versus the outcast. This is going to be a very tricky encounter for Jackson Brooks. Danny Owens himself is coming off from a loss, but Jackson Brooks isn't coming off from anything. He's coming off from admittedly an impressive showing in the last battle royal. But will that be enough to secure him his first singles win in Carnage? We'll find out tonight. The second match I want to talk about is a grudge match. A match between two people who absolutely despise each other. The Brilliance, James Ellis, and the superstar, Jimmy Taylor. Now you may recall a few days before the first mutation when James Ellis brutalized the arm of Jimmy Taylor, taking him out with the entire show. We didn't see him, we didn't hear from him for weeks, for months. And finally I got to sit down with him about a month ago, and he told me his intentions, that at Karnage from the Krypt he is going to do what James Ellis did to him, but he's going to make it 10 times worse. Now I was sat in the room with him, and I got to tell you, I believe every single word. Because Jimmy Taylor, he may be a superstar, but he's got a mean streak in him. Now the Brilliance is going to try every trick in the book. We all know that James knows his way around a cheat or two. However, when the chips are down, when the skeletons are up, when the pumpkins are smashed, we will find out who truly is the superior James. Because Jimmy is short for, you get it, we get it. Now, we don't just have matches on tonight, we have a very unique spectacle for you all. Yes, very unique indeed. I hear you asking, but what is this unique spectacle? This is very interactive, isn't it? I'm pretty good at this. You'd think I get paid for it. Anyway, moving on. We've got Endlessly making friendos. Whatever the heck that means. He's going to be interviewing the edgy veggie, or as he calls him, the edgiest of the veggiest, Kenny Mantra. Or as he calls him, Kenneth Montgomery something Mantra the Third. I don't... That guy is really weird, isn't he? But he likes a jig, so we vibe with him. We're going to see him asking him a few questions, probably get into the root of why he... Root? Do you get it? Because veggies. You get into the root, you get it! The root of his edgy vegginess. He listened to Bring Me the Horizon one time and all of a sudden he's edgy. I know, it's a thing. But then we're going to move on from that. We're going to move on from that and we're going to see them again. When are we going to see them again, dear viewer? We're going to see them in the Outbreak Rumble. That's right. Another two men that are going to challenge for the Outbreak Championship alongside dangerous Danny Owens and a certain Mr. Jackson Brooks. Joining them in that match will be a plethora of Carnage wrestlers. But those 10 men, who are they? Well, we know two of them already. You got dangerous Danny Owens, Jackson Brooks. One of them will be number 1, one of them will be number 10. But who's going to be numbers 2 through 9? Well, we have to start off with Danny Owens' BXB tag team partner, his running mate, his buddy, Brewski Blanche. Brewski Blanche is coming off a very, very destructive showing at the first mutation when he glass jaw broke the big, strong, rich Olympian with a beard, Endless Lee. Endless Lee's going to want revenge because he's in this match too, and he's going to want to throw that man over the top rope if he can. But there are going to be other men at play here, as I said. We've got a debuting all of a sudden. Now maybe he'll want to throw everyone out and be champion. What a way to make a statement than to win a championship in your very first day on the job. That would be a very big statement. But the same could be said for Colton Clark. He made a brief appearance in the Battle Royal last show, but this time he's really looking to make an impact. Member of the Nation of Nasty alongside CV Jones, who will also be competing in this match, Colton is looking to absolutely annihilate and decimate the competition. But will he be doing it to become champion himself or to pass the championship along to the scumbag Stevie Jones? The Outbreak Rumble, it can be quite tricky. It can be very, very tricky. You never really know who's going to show up. You never know if the edgy veggie is going to turn up, or if a certain Iron Mantra is going to turn up. He paid me a lot of money to say that. I'm very sorry. It was a very weird pun, but he really wanted me to say, I don't even know what it means. I think he might come up like, I don't know, dressed as an ironing board maybe? Or like, I don't know. He could come out dressed as a toaster. It could be a massive like swerve, I guess. Possibly. Never really find out, really. But you see, I've overlooked something. Because there are two men that are going to absolutely annihilate each other earlier in the night. The Brilliance and the Superstar. But they're going to be in this match too. If they survive their match, because I feel like one of them ain't going to stand for this match. They are meant to be in the Outbreak Rumble. One of them could become the Outbreak Champion. And you know that if one of them becomes the Outbreak Champion, the other will shortly follow and try and take it from them as soon as humanly possible. Those are the 10 men in the Outbreak Rumble, but only one man can stand tall and prevail as the inaugural Karnage Outbreak Champion. Who will it be? Check's watch. We'll find out tonight. But after making friendos with Endless Lee, after the edgy veggie has spoken and has said his piece, we will move on. We move on to the bastard son, Bevan, going one-on-one with el mito de Liceo fuerte mexicano, NEUROFAGO. I know a lot of you waited a very long time for me to say that, so I thought I'd get it out now so I never have to do it ever again. You're welcome. We're gonna see the master of the gore, sorry Rhino, taking on the master of the Bulldog, sorry Bulldog, in what should be a clash of styles, a clash of man and beast, and between you and I've run out of synonyms, so I'm just gonna pretend that I said something funny. And then we have the main event of the evening. The champion, defending. He's back in the room, CATMAN, coming off an incredible victory over Dangerous Danny Owens in the main event of the first mutation. He is looking to defend his championship for the very first time, but he is up against very, very stiff competition in the bearded behemoth, J.J. Roberts. We saw what J.J. Roberts could do last show in the triple threat. He threw Stevie Jones and Kenny Mantra from pillar to post, from hither to yonder, from everywhere, and the Six Flags that occupy it. He absolutely destroyed them. But did he get the win? He was unsuccessful in that match, but he is a very, very strong advocate for himself. And he managed to convince JLJ to give him this match because he has history with CATMAN. he has beaten CATMAN before. Allegedly. And history can often repeat itself. So will it repeat itself tonight? Will J.J. Roberts defeat CATMAN in his first ever defense and become our second ever Karnage heavyweight champion? Well, we are getting very close to it and I can't wait any longer. I think I have to, but I genuinely can't. I am actually very excited for this because tonight the bell will toll. But for whom? Find out at Pencoid Welfare Hall. I've been Kai Sandbrook. This has been the very first solo flight of the Karnage pre-show. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope you enjoy tonight as much as I think you will. And now to leave you with a very spooky send-off. Dorime, Anama, Soneno, Dorime, Iteme, Motire, no. Are you scared yet? Cool, you should be. Spooky! Bye-bye!